How are y'all doing? Taping.
Oh, say hi to Haley.
Yeah. Everyone says hi and stop texting us.
Hi, and welcome to the Chronicles of Yarnia, the podcast from Montclair's local yarn store. I am Jen.
Amanda.
Kathleen.
And this podcast is all about yarn stuff and knitting and
Yarn
crochet and fiber and sometimes embroidery and sometimes weaving and sometimes spinning and all kinds of stuff.
But not today.
But not today. Today,
Knitting.
And crochet.
and crochet. Do you have crochet?
I'm all knitting
I do.
today.
I do not. I have very little. There's very little change in my
It's not exciting crochet, but it is
projects from last time. This is
Same here.
episode, I can get it right because I looked over Kathleen's
I wrote
shoulder.
it down.
I cheated. It's episode 60.
It is episode 60.
Yay. This is the one time I will get it right, and it is literally only because I was like, oh, I saw Kathleen write it down.
Because I updated our list and I made a spot to write in the episode number.
Your test gets thrown out. Need a zero.
Right?
It's true.
So what were we going to start with? I'm clearly drinking my coffee. It is half full, which is why I'm a little spacey.
So, I don't know, I'm excited that it's fall, that it's sweater weather, right?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
So
Yes.
I realized September is that time where I start with a nice cup of hot coffee in the morning at home, but then when I leave the house, I'm still doing iced coffee.
Yeah.
That was my debate. My debate this morning when I came to the store, I was like, I need coffee. Do I get hot coffee? Because it's a little chilly out.
It is a little chilly out.
Or do I get
Long
iced
sleeves.
coffee? And then I was like, screw it, I'll just get hot coffee.
Oh, sorry.
I've been
It's the
drinking
one
tea
person.
in the morning, which I love.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually,
you were
speaking
saying...
of writing things down, though, Haley got a job at college,
Yay!
which she's so excited about. She is a note taker for one of her classes.
Oh, wow.
So
That's like the perfect job for her.
it is so the perfect job because the girl loves to take notes. She's like Harry Potter early on with Snape when he's like writing everything down and Snape's like, are you paying attention? Mr. Potter, And yeah, she loves to write it all down. She loves to go through and clean it up. And now she's getting paid to do that.
That's
amazing.
awesome.
Yeah. So I was texting her last night. She's like, oh, sorry, Mom. I was busy finalizing my notes so I could get them from today's class to the person who needs them. So that's great. Like he gives her a
And is
deadline for that class.
Like accommodations and
Exactly,
stuff like that?
exactly.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's
I
really
love
cool.
that.
And it's funny, she said at McGill, there was an option to do that. And I think she did it a little bit for one of her classes because she is such a kind of dedicated note taker. But at McGill, you didn't get paid for it. You got entered into a drawing once a semester for a gift card.
Really?
Meanwhile, this is her work-study job. She's actually, she's getting paid decent money
That is
to do this.
absolutely fantastic because she would do it anyway, and that's great.
And if anything, she's probably, and she's sure she's doing an even better job than she would do just for herself.
Well,
so
that's the thing. Like, it's almost like you're teaching the material, so you always learn it better when you're teaching.
for
It's
sure,
true.
yeah,
That's
exactly. And if you know you need to teach someone else, you really make sure you get all those ins and outs.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, so wait, you were saying that you're drinking tea
I am
instead
drinking
of coffee?
tea. Yes. Yeah.
Did you just lose your taste for coffee a little bit or something?
No, I lost my taste for elastic waist pants. So I'm trying to fit into my jeans. So by replacing my Starbucks in the morning, it actually is helping quite a bit. And
I do love Starbucks, but when I look at the calories on the things that I tend to get there, but black coffee, 0 calories.
I can't do black coffee, but I can't do
black either.
I get Adagio teas, which I think I've mentioned on here before, but I love Adagio tea.
Do you drink it with sugar?
Yes.
Okay.
And real
But
sugar.
still, it's a little...
Real sugar.
I've convinced myself over the years that probably any of the artificial sugars are going to kill me eventually, so...
Yeah.
I think so. And they don't taste good to me either, so it's like I'd rather just not
I love
do
the
it all
taste of
than-
aspartame and Diet Coke.
Really?
So yummy.
I miss the taste
so
of Diet
good.
Coke. I can't do any artificial sugars anymore. I can't do aspartame.
I never
can't
could.
do
I never could.
That's Splenda
Splenda because, and I love Splenda because it triggers migraines.
Oh, yeah.
For
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
It was all of a sudden about 10 or 12 years ago where I was like, why do I keep getting headaches? And I was like, Diet Coke is supposed to take away the headache. That's what the caffeine is for. So I can't do artificial sugars.
Yeah.
Which sucks when you're like out and about and you're like, I need something to drink, and can't do like a Diet Sprite or like Diet Snapple or any of the like flavored waters. Some of them have sucralose in it, and I'm like, come on, I don't want water, boring.
I know, right?
I want tasty water.
There are a lot of, I feel like there are a lot of good things now,
tasty
though,
water.
Yeah, I know.
that just have, you know, it's like a teeny little bit of fruit juice or something. So
Yes.
like almost no kind of like Spindrift. And
Spindrift is really good.
That's what
Seltzer
I've
is
been
good.
drinking at Knit Night lately, just because we're
Best Spindrift flavor is
Grapefruit.
Pineapple. Oh, I love the grapefruit.
I love the grapefruit. That's what I usually
But the
wind up having.
pineapple is amazing.
I
and
haven't
you
seen
can't-
the pineapple.
You can't get it everywhere. You gotta order it from Target.
Mmm.
I get it from.
Oh, you know
It's
what? Yeah.
delicious.
We
And now my
did-
children are hooked.
We did get some Spindrift for Haley, I think, before, like when we did a Target run together at the like empty Target near all those schools in Massachusetts. It looked like the locusts had been
no.
through. It was
They had been.
bizarre. It was bizarre.
The locusts had been through.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
called college
Oh, yeah.
students.
Yep, totally.
Yeah.
That was one of the few things remaining. That, and she got some insect repellent, which was needed. They
For
do
the
a lot of
locusts.
outdoor stuff.
They do a lot. That makes sense.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
yeah.
A lot of bug bites.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Poor Eric. The mosquitoes here are terrible.
Oh no, they're the state bird.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not literally. I think I was like when you were doing the shawl, and you were
Oh,
like,
right.
"Oh,
It's
the
like-
bee is the state insect." I'm like, "Not a mosquito."
I know. Seriously. So
They're huge.
I've gotten a few mosquito bites lately,
Oh,
and
I have a ton
I'm
right
hardly
here.
outside in the evening.
Well, Eric
here.
took his. We got. So if you're in Montclair, I've never seen this any other time, but we have the curb alert, and like, so everybody puts their yard sale stuff,
There's
Stuff.
junk.
extra
There's stuff that they don't need
that
anymore.
you don't want anymore, on the curb, and then people can come and pick it up. So
And they
anyway-
post about it on Facebook.
Yeah,
so
and they
that
post it on Facebook.
Facebook
It's
group.
awesome. So
Mhm.
I mean, it's great. We've got a full size girls' bed from that. That's
Cool.
what Abby sleeps in. And she's always like, "Why do I get the?" Well, everybody else is, "Why does Abby get the full size bed?" I'm like, "'Cause it was free."
Free.
So,
That's
but
why.
Amazing
yesterday,
stuff.
I
Yeah.
was going to pick up Abby from school, and on the curb was 2 little soccer goals. And I was like, perfect. So I took them home, and the boys were, playing soccer in the backyard, and Eric was like channeling his Italian soccer player, and took his shirt off, and
Oh,
he's
boy.
running around playing soccer. He comes in, his back is eat up with
Oh.
mosquito bites.
Oh.
Like
It's terrible.
15 at little
Oh my goodness.
huge splotches
Welts.
with the white centers,
Oh,
just eaten.
That's me every time,
So
every
bad.
year, all the time. Ollie and Max too, and Ollie and Max both occasionally have the thing where they get a mosquito bite, and then all of a sudden it swells out
Oh.
huge, to the point where like when Max was like a wee little peanut, like he must have been like 3 or 4. I thought he hit his head
Wow.
because it was like this
Whoa.
giant goose egg,
Oh
and
my
he was
God.
like walking around. And he's like, "What?" And we were up at the cave, and his head was just counter height. I was like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And then he's like, "What are you talking about? It's just a little itchy." And I was like,
Wow.
"That's a mosquito bite."
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was just like this giant goose egg.
Haley gets welts like that too from
Yeah.
them. She gets
Yeah.
and also she is though there'll be a crowd of 20 people. The mosquitoes prefer
Well,
her.
that's Eric.
That's you too.
The other kids.
I need
Abby
to
didn't
hang out
have
with
her
those
show,
two
but-
and see
See what happens.
Yeah.
which is the
truly
3
the
of us
preferred
who
mosquito
is
target.
preferred. I will tell you what
Oh,
has
I
worked
feel so
quite
bad.
well for me, although it requires a bit of forethought, is there are Thermacell mosquito repellents. And
What's Thermacell?
Thermacell is the brand,
Oh.
and it's either like a little cylinder container, approximately yay high. There's a butane thing underneath, a butane cartridge, and then they have like a little pad that's blue, and it turns white as it goes, and it emits a pheromone. You have to turn it on. The butane heats up the pheromone. You can also get there's an even littler one that is USB, rechargeable.
Oh, cool.
You put it out 15 minutes before you're going to be out, and it basically demosquitoizes and de-noceums about a 15 to 20 foot range.
Wow.
So I have 3 of them.
Yeah.
And then I have more for up at the Cape, and you can get ones that have like a little lantern built in. It's really, they're really like, they're cute, they're perfect, but if you leave them out in the rain, they get destroyed. Ask me how I know. But they're great. I mean, you have to buy the refills, and you have to so it can get expensive, but until that first hard freeze, when all of the little buggers are dead.
Mm-hmm.
The best thing about sweater weather.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
not buggy weather.
It's not buggy weather.
There was a fly on the table that I usually take pictures on the other day, and it must have been cold enough that he was just starting to like move slow. You can just see it's like yes, it's getting cold. It's starting to get to those bugs.
I know. It's nice you can have the windows open and not be like dying.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
I don't know if I could. My sister lives in Mexico, and there it never gets cold, so the bugs are just like
all the
big.
time.
Oh,
Yeah.
they
need
just
the freeze.
Don't ever stop. Yeah, that's the good thing about
Freeze kills.
Four Seasons.
Love Four Seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Always have love Four Seasons. Definitely many.
By the time you
It's
get
true.
sick of whatever's going on,
It's new. It's
there's
something
something
new.
new.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I guess we probably should talk about finished objects.
This is not a weather podcast.
No.
It's not a bug entomology podcast.
But the Thermacell mosquito repellents.
And actually, we could link to it. You know what I forgot to do last time? I forgot to give you info on the different things I use for sewing. So I will add that. I will add it in the notes. I can edit the notes.
I remembered it.
Yeah.
After.
I think when I was rewatching, I got up to that part and I'm like, I never said that to Amanda.
Guys, if
So I will.
there's something that you see and we have forgotten it in the notes, or you have questions, just
Please feel free to
comment
let us know.
below.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because-
It's not on purpose. It's probably because I was editing at 1 in the morning. And
Yeah, and she's like, I can't really text Kathleen now. She's probably not going to answer.
well,
Though I
I'm
might.
like, I'm gonna ask in the morning. I'll
then-
do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then you go to sleep and you forgot.
So I will find those things and I will add them to the notes from
Right.
episode 59.
Because
But
this is the thing, if it's not written down, it doesn't exist.
no.
Oh.
And even then,
Well, and if it's written down really sloppily and you can't read your own writing, which is my problem a lot of the time, even on my to-do list, it's like, what does that say?
Aw.
Eat the crabs yesterday? You
20
know?
20 years of publishing knocked the terrible, terrible handwriting out of me, unless I'm writing for myself. And then
Yeah, well, that's
scroll.
what I'm usually writing for myself, so.
Yeah. So it's either like perfect print, or like
Does some of our
nobody
signage in the
can read it.
store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect print or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, we should go to finished objects. I don't have anything except for what I'm wearing,
Oh, yeah.
which is the Aliso Creek tee. This
So
was our
pretty.
summer sweater class.
Sorry,
This
we're feeling
is
it because I
in-
haven't felt this.
You haven't felt
Yarn
this,
is
right?
So nice.
It's
Uh,
nice.
It feels gorgeous when
and
it's
it
blocked and
drapes
everything.
really nicely.
I like the
Stand
drape a
up,
lot.
like, little shimmy.
It has a
So
little tinsel braille.
Yes,
Yes.
it's tencel. It is
I'll grab some.
Juniper Moon.
Summer solstice.
Juniper Moon Farm Summer Solstice.
Yeah. And it's sport weight, right?
And it's sport weight.
That's a good summer.
It's a really good, like,
Wait,
this would
here.
be
Very
a
jealous.
lovely.
Yay.
I mean, I
So
feel like
pretty.
this, I did mine short sleeved, which was in the pattern. I adjusted it somewhat. Some folks in the class were doing long sleeves. Some folks were doing short sleeves like me, where it was just like a divide for sleeves, and then when you pick up, you go straight into
Just do
ribbing.
your ribbing.
Some were doing longer short sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
So the summer solstice is 48 linen, 24 cotton, 24 viscose, and 4% polyester. It's got a beautiful drape. It's got a little bit of a sheen.
Mm-hmm.
The lace really, I think, pops nicely.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's perfect for this.
And it looks great in stockinette. Like, this would be a great,
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
The
little
little
bit thick,
tweediness.
thin.
The little tweediness just really makes the stockinette kind of sing. It's not like boring stockinette.
Yeah.
It's got a little something going on.
A little tweedy. It blocks out beautifully. And I did throw this in I blocked it. I did a wet block, and I let it dry almost all the way, and then I threw it in the dryer a little to, like, get a little bit of that shape back.
Yep.
Nice.
But yeah, loved it.
Yeah.
And this, I think, is the perfect weather for it. Very transitional.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause,
definitely.
you know, I tend to run hot.
Mm-hmm.
So-
I didn't wind up using this year, but I think I would definitely make something in it next year.
Yeah,
Every year I say I'm going to make a summer top, and every year I do not.
yeah.
Unless
I've been pretty good about making like at least one a year for the last
That's
couple of
good,
years.
yeah.
And
The
it's
only one I have is that fingering weight. My fingering weight Zweig.
Yes.
Which the only reason that it's short sleeve is because I pooped out on the sleeves.
But it works so well as short sleeved. It really does.
It does look really cute short
Yeah.
sleeve.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
fun.
It works. I'm committed now.
I mean, that's the thing. If you guys have like a sweater that you like that's long sleeve, but you want like
Yeah.
a summer or transitional fall, spring top,
Just make it short sleeve.
just make it short sleeve.
Yeah,
Like you can do that.
absolutely.
No, nothing wrong. That's an easy modification.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you just stop.
Yeah.
Very easy.
You just don't do sleeves.
Well, and you do something to...
You do an edging.
Yeah, some
instead.
kind of whether, you
Yeah.
know,
So this
take
is
the
my-
bottom ribbing and move it up and adjust it a little bit or whatever, you know.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Amanda, what do you have?
I have a crop sweater for winter.
I
So
love
this
that
is
one.
the summer solstice yarn.
Mm.
And we're clearly in transitional because I'm wearing a crop sweater for winter.
You can tell our internal temperatures. Warm,
Hmm.
cold.
Somewhere in between.
But I'm wearing this because it is made out of Mrs. Crosby's steamer trunk.
Yes.
Which has been discontinued. So I'm
The
going to
white
actually...
great.
Yeah,
this is...
in fact,
this,
the whole company is no longer, which we're really sad about because
Yeah.
we loved their
I
yarns.
love steamer
Yeah.
trunk.
We carried a number of
A
them.
lot of them.
Yeah.
But this has been a shop sample for...
Mhm.
Since I knit it.
Yeah.
2 years ago?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But now I get to take it home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's now my sweater, which is the benefit of knitting store samples that you like.
It's true.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Then you get to wear them.
But yeah, so you've knit this for Haley.
I knit it for Haley. Yeah.
Yeah, I knit this. It's a free pattern. It's by Andi
Mhm.
Satterlund,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really cute.
It's so
It's
cute.
got-
Yeah.
Like a plain, or it's got a main color and then a contrast.
Mm-hmm.
ribbon.
For the ribbing.
So-
And
A
it's
little
got
bit
that
of
little
waist shaping.
scallop detail
Yeah,
too.
there's a little colorwork scallopy thing going on.
And you could either do that or not do it. I mean, I think
Yeah,
it's.
it's a little
I don't
more-
think I did do it on Haley's. I think I omitted it and just did the contrast.
But there's a lot of speckles going on in this
Yeah.
Sungmoo. Sungmoo, I think, is the color here, and then I forget what Tango
Tango. That's Tango.
is the red. And they go so well together.
They do.
really
It's
do.
perfect. Yeah.
I really do. That actually reminds me, one of the things that we do have going on is we are coming up on our anniversary/birthday sale.
Yeah,
That's right.
One of the things that will be in the anniversary/birthday sale is
Sungmoo and Tango.
Mrs. Crosby. Because we have to say goodbye to Mrs. Crosby. And
Exactly.
We're very sad about that.
Yeah.
But, our collective loss might be your collective gain.
Mm-hmm.
Our birthday sale begins on,
Next Monday.
which is the 20.
You think I?
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, we're
6, 7,
maybe 26.
27.
27. 27.
Yes, it's the
I can
Monday
read
the
a calendar.
27th through October 3rd, so it's a
Yes.
Monday through a
There we go.
Sunday. And the Mrs. Crosby yarns, because actually we have had quite a few people ordering them online, like people that love the yarn know how nice it is,
Yeah.
and because you can't get any more. It's not on a huge sale, it's 10% off, so if you buy it from us, you're getting a little bit of a discount, but, we've had people, either call or go on our website, see how many we have of a color, and buy all of it.
Yeah.
Because it's just one of those things, and actually there are a couple that I'm going to probably get myself.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you
before we
should
get
sooner
to-
than later. Yeah.
I know,
The thing I love
exactly.
about the Mrs. Crosby, her speckles are so consistent, right? Like
Mhm, yeah.
you don't have a lot of flashing, which some
mhm.
dyers, hand dyers,
Mhm.
you end up with flashing. That means that you've got all of the yellow, if it's yellow and purple, all the yellow settles in a big
In
swath
one.
across
Yeah.
the front of your
Mhm.
boobs or something on your sweater, which is,
May not be the look you're going for.
right. So Mrs. Crosby just speckles nicely.
Yeah, it
Mhm.
really does. But definitely keep an eye out on the newsletter next week, or this coming week, depending on when you're watching this.
Mhm.
Will detail everything that's on sale in the birthday sale. But
And
we
the sale
have-
is in the store only.
the sale is in
unfortunately.
store
Oh, yeah.
only,
Yeah, it's one of those.
not online.
Yeah.
And then
But you can call us if you see something.
yes,
That's
if there's
true.
something, if there's
That's
something you
true.
want
We
and
can
you
do
can't
we can
commit.
do phone orders for it, and
Yeah.
let you know what is. Well, also the website shows what's available at the moment.
At the moment before the person that's in line checks out. And
Exactly.
That's the reason
exactly.
we can't do, because if we've got limited quantities, we can't reorder
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Then it's hard to like manage.
Yeah. Everything in the birthday
Reusable.
sale basically is either something that we've decided to replace or that the manufacturer is no longer making. So,
But there's some good deals to be had
Oh,
between
absolutely.
10 and 35% off, and we did this before at the Wool Walk where the 30% off yarns, if you buy, 6 or more?
of the same yarn,
The same yarn.
same color or different color,
It can be different colors. You can mix and match.
which we had so many people take advantage of that.
Yeah.
What
then
a
you
deal.
get 35% off.
Yeah,
Which
so-
is super exciting.
That's more than a third off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
That's great. And you can also see what is
That's
new
buy
in
two,
the
get one
store.
free.
Oh, it is buy two.
It is, exactly.
Fancy.
That's a good way to think about it.
So definitely pop in. We'd love to see you guys. If you can, or call us.
Or call, yeah.
Or call.
Call.
If
That's-
you're watching us from farther afield, call.
Absolutely.
But definitely don't forget, this is, one of the few sales that we have a year. It's basically
Yeah,
this
we
and the
basically-
Wool Walk. So
Right. Twice a year.
get it in.
And last year, I remember when we were cleaning up from Wool Walk, it was like I put away about a third of what we put out. A lot of stuff moved. So definitely,
Well,
if
because
you're
we are
thinking about it.
4 this year.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. It's our birthday, but we have
4 years
and actually we really have already kind of finished our 4 years. We're just this is the
Yeah.
scheduling that we could
Yeah.
do to fit in the birthday sale.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
It is. It's really
4
it's been
years.
4 very quick and amazing years.
And we've been
So.
podcasting for 3
Two and a half.
2.5.
Yeah. 2.5.
I can't remember.
Something like
I
that.
can't remember
Yeah.
dates. Anyway. So, sorry, we digressed on that. But Kathleen, do you have any finished objects?
I have no finished objects.
There
I have an sort of almost finished object.
Well, my finished object, come on, that was 2 years ago.
So should I?
This is
shall
the
I?
summer.
Shall I
Yeah,
kick
go,
off?
go
I'll kick
into-
off the whips then.
Kick into whips.
So the reason I have no finished objects is that I have almost finished the Felix that I had not started when we last met.
That's Felix.
I love
The
that.
Felix
Bye.
is so fun and so
and
fast.
Christofferson. Amy
Yeah,
Christofferson.
Amy Christoffers.
Christoffers.
I always want to say Christofferson
Me
too.
too.
So,
Here, I'm
and
gonna
I was
Oh,
joking
my
before we
goodness.
started that I might put this on, but I'm not.
Then
So
you could see what it looks like short sleeves.
yeah, really. I don't know if I would like this one so much short sleeved.
I can't wear a heavy sweater short
I am
sleeve.
gonna put it on. Why not?
Put it on. Put it on. Put it on. Put it
And
on.
also, it's funny,
gonna-
this yarn, this color looks so different in different lights. It does look more like charcoal here. In certain light, it does to me. What do you
Yeah,
guys
it's like
think?
a blue. It's still a bluey charcoal.
It's a little
It's
blue.
got
I-
all the tweeds, the tweedy.
I
tweed
never
flecks.
wear blue. And the thing is, I hope
It
it
reads
doesn't.
as gray.
I hope it doesn't look so blue that I wind up not wearing. it.
No,
worry.
I don't think it.
So, Felix is
I love
basically like a knitted sweatshirt.
Yes,
Right?
it is.
It
Yeah.
is. That's what,
It's
so
the best.
so you've got like the beauty of a hand knit sweater, but the comfort of a sweatshirt.
And the wearability.
It is like a sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, last night, and it was funny because I think Nitty Natty posted yesterday about, sometimes you got to stop and try things on and everything, and you want to make time to do that, and that's how it was like almost 1 a.m. last night. I'm like, can I finish this sleeve? At least have one sleeve done. But I knew I needed to try it on, and it was too late. I needed to go to sleep.
Yeah.
So I went to sleep. But yeah, my sleeve I'm almost to the point of doing the ribbing. I figured when I tried it on initially that I wanted the sleeves to be about as long as the body, but I guess maybe a bit longer.
Make them
I
a bit
love it.
longer. When I make sleeves as long as the
Mhm.
body, I'm always old. Because
Yeah.
it's just like, it's not this. This is a cropped sleeve.
Right, that's a 3/4.
Just lower
yeah.
than your arm.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Yeah.
you're
I like mine to hit no further than my wristbone.
See, I love this.
But that's even
this
longer than
t-shirt
your...
is long. I love
This
I love
is
when
me.
it,
I love that too.
I love this too. I love when it goes over your hands, and I might do my thumb holes in this. I might. We'll
Yeah.
see. In
I
the
even
shove
your-
my sleeves up
Even
too
your
much.
wristband, like your wristbone is longer than your hem.
yeah.
Yeah, but no longer then. Like my Felix, I think comes to here.
Yeah, you like the
I like
bracelet length,
I
right?
like a 3/4 to bracelet length
Yeah,
sleeve.
yeah.
I don't like too long of a sleeve.
Well, that's how ready-to-wear sweaters fit me. Every sweater I ever try on in the stores is bracelet length.
Really?
You got long arms.
Because I have long arms.
I guess so. Yeah.
My
I
mom
have a
too.
32-inch inseam. That's like pretty. That's this hot.
You're like all legs and arms.
I am all legs.
You are. Like, all torso.
I don't know what I am.
So that's one thing I love about knitting is I can just like
customize it to you.
make it.
Yeah.
My sweaters actually fit me now. It's really great.
Yeah. I love it.
So yeah, I love it too. I'm glad.
So you're knitting it in Lucky Tweed.
Lucky Tweed, yep, which we have sold a lot of for the throwback class, which probably is starting the day that that the podcast comes out.
But we still have a lot of.
We do. We
have because I just
yeah.
checked because I was going to order some, but we don't need it. 'Cause we got a
No,
lot of
we got
stuff.
a bunch.
Yeah, we do.
Which is great. And that is charcoal.
This
No,
is night.
it's
It's called
night.
Night.
It's one of their new colors from last year.
Which
I
is like
love
a
it.
bluey
Last
gray.
fall.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I think it reads as charcoal, but you know what, like, I mean, even if you put it next to like a blue, like a denim blue, it's not going to read as denim blue.
No.
Yeah.
Like
It's fine.
It's that like mid.
And you know what? Honestly, it's like it's just I don't know.
Great.
But
I love it.
I just do know that like when I have blue things in my wardrobe, I never reach for them. It's not even like I don't like them. It's just
You'll reach for a Felix.
exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
I need to make another Felix. I think.
I did make one last year, but I made it in the gold, and it was just a little bit too much of that. So
last year, I feel like I wore my green Felix at least twice a week.
Yeah, that was the first year that I made mine. I wore it at least twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
That and black leggings. That's
Because you could just be like, I'm like, I can't decide. I'm just gonna put it on.
Yep.
And be like, oh, I look cute.
Yeah.
Haley loved hers too. That was one of the.
Year.
That was like the first sweater to get packed this
Oh
year.
no,
busy.
I was nursing last winter, and it's hard to nurse in a pullover.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
So
You
so I didn't wear much
cardigan.
of my sweaters at all. Yeah, my Franca cardigan, which I'm like, it's not quite cold enough for that yet.
No.
That's so.
Oh, it's close.
I was gonna say Southern girl.
So the other thing that is not quite on the needles yet, and I think I talked about it a little bit last time, but I did definitely nail down my colors.
Oh, yes.
The throwback, which Jen is doing her class.
My sweater class.
So excited! I'm going to
If
knit
you're
along.
seeing this before Sunday for whatever reason, but you probably won't be.
You might.
You might. Maybe.
I might try. I tried to.
There are probably
Saturday
still
or Friday.
seats left because it's an online class by Zoom and I can handle more people.
Well, and you know what the other thing is though too? I guess if somebody really wanted to join, even if the first session had happened, we do record them.
I record.
We do record them.
So
like we'll send them out.
Mm-hmm.
But
So I have decided on my
fast because we don't keep it all that long, right?
No, we do the classes.
Oh, you
Yeah.
put it
So
on
the
YouTube?
private
all of
YouTube
our
link.
for all of our online classes, they're recorded, and then after they're recorded, we upload them to a private YouTube link that gets sent out only to the students. So you can always refer back.
Yeah.
And be like, wait, I forgot what they said about gauge, like that first session, or like
or
I'm
if you have to
driving
miss a session.
somewhere
Exactly.
and I have to miss it, or I spaced and I missed it.
You didn't
go
write
back.
things down.
Yeah, you didn't
All
write
those
things
things.
down.
Somebody told you the first time.
Or it's like, she went so fast through that demo, I had no idea what she was doing. That's me.
Yeah.
You can go back and rewind and watch it like 15 times. So like,
And we
It's
do.
handy.
I think we have 4 podcast watchers who are joining this class.
yay! Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, so fun.
Oh, that's gonna be
and
fun.
I know I've shipped yarn to 3 people, I think, and
Excellent.
one who lives a little bit closer came in to pick. So
Yeah.
so I have been having so much fun helping people pick out their throwback kits.
I know.
And-
Like Kathleen's color picking sense.
So
Awesome.
This is mine. I am going with
love
black
it.
for the body because I decided this is not. See, against this, it does look blue.
Yes, those two are not. You're not going to
It's-
be scratching the same edge.
It's fine, exactly. And then I'm going with the tomato, the cream, and the golden. So
I love it. So the throwback cardigan is Andrea Mowry,
yes.
and it is going to. It's a colorwork yoke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna
I'll put a picture.
teach
Yeah.
you guys. You can either do it knit flat, so you can learn how to
Mhm.
do color work on the purl side, or
Which is how the pattern is written.
which is how the pattern is written.
It's
and
not so
fine.
bad.
It's not so bad.
I did it
Mhm.
Right.
successfully.
The concept translate. It's just flipping, and that, or I'll show you how to steek it.
Yes, which I'm looking forward to steeking again.
You pick
I love knitting so much more than purling. I really do. Even though I'm just as fast. I've actually timed myself on a few things.
Yeah.
It feels like it's slower, but it's not actually slower.
It's a mental thing for me. I'm like, oh, I gotta purl backwards.
But and also I just feel like when you're doing the color work, it's so nice to kind of see it develop. You're only working on the right side. You really see it as it's moving along. I think that's part of the fun of it for me.
But like I said, especially if folks have had trouble in the past with floats that are tight.
Yes.
If you're purling, you can see your floats.
You can see your floats.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I'm pulling too tight. So it might be like a little training.
Memory, a little
like
shot.
to.
But
yeah.
I also
the
have
other
some
thing
tips
that's
for not
fun.
pulling your floats tight.
Yeah, the other thing is you can like knit on the inside, have the outside be facing you, so
You can turn
you're
the whole
still
thing
looking at
inside out.
the inside.
Oh, yeah.
You're still looking at the outside, but
All kinds of fun stuff that we're gonna get into.
yeah. So that is. I'll be dialing in on Sunday with all of you. I'll be joining.
I gotta send that link out, man. I forgot it's this weekend.
Yeah, it's this
Everybody
weekend
has
already.
the link
Did they?
if they signed up online.
Do I have the link?
It's
I think.
Look at
almost-
my prep. By the way, if you're taking the class, do your swatch.
Yes,
Do a
definitely
big
your
swatch. Don't do
Yeah.
a small swatch. Don't do 4 inches. Do at least 5 inches. Do a big
instructions are there.
swatch. It's in there.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't necessarily mean that everybody's going to do it. Do you have any more webs? Because this is a good transition to my web.
And then, well, my last thing is I still have not, because I've been focusing on the sweater, and actually I did mention in the last episode my husband was having surgery, and like we were joking about would I be, checking my phone to see if I needed to pick him up today. He may be coming home today. He did fine. It was yesterday.
Yay!
He's doing great.
Good job, Gene.
Saw him yesterday. And he may be coming home today. He may be coming home tomorrow. We shall see.
got it.
So,
All right.
Cool.
but it's all good.
Yay, Gene.
So, but I've decided with my Regia socks that Jen cranked the tube for me, I'm going to do the West Yorkshire spinners.
That's
I love
gonna be
it.
that I
really
have.
cool.
I think that's perfect. And the other
is
thing that
perfect.
I like, I
Gonna
love,
pull that green out.
yeah,
I love it.
I love my knitted wit to death. Love Laura Jean. Love all her colors.
God,
love
me
everything.
too.
But I think for this is actually going to be a better match. For
I think
this
so.
stuff.
I think it's a
So,
similar weight because like
it is. It's a similar end feel. Not
Yes.
only the weight, but
Yeah.
also just the feel of it.
because I
So,
feel like within fingering, I mean this is true for any weight of yarn. Within any weight of yarn, there's a range.
it's a continuum.
Yeah.
It's totally a continuum.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I explain that to at least one person a day in the store.
Fingering
because-
is not a unit of measure.
No,
Exactly.
no. It's, and even what the, some fingering skeins are 400 yards, some are 465. I mean, look at what a
Some
difference that
385.
is.
Yeah, some
yeah,
of
yeah.
them.
So
And
it's
that's
a range.
one of the ways you can kind of check and see is number one, ask us.
Mm-hmm.
We know. But number two, if you're looking, you can compare like how many yards you get per 100 grams or whatever the skein put up is. So you're comparing apples to apples. So like a worsted weight of 220 yards for 100 grams will compare to a worsted weight that's also 220, 219 yards for 100 grams.
Yeah.
But it will be slightly different from a worsted that's 200
Or 190.
or
Yeah,
190
you know.
yards for 100
Then you're
grams.
really going to start seeing the difference.
You're going to
Yeah.
start seeing the
And
difference.
then you
And
have
the
to
fiber
start-
content matters too.
Yeah,
to
and
some
and the
degree.
way it's spun. Sometimes they're
Yeah.
airy. Sometimes they poof.
Do pay attention. Don't just look at the 400 meters though, or 400 yards, because meters and yards are different things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also, 400 or 100 grams is different from 4 ounces, and
Yes.
different brands have different units of measurement on them.
Yeah, exactly.
And it can
Some-
make 20 yards difference,
Mhm.
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Which is the difference between like a mid fingering and a light fingering, right?
Yeah.
You really want to be
So-
able to compare apples to apples, and this is where English measurements and metric measurements. Good times.
And sometimes you have
Matching.
so many yards to grams.
Yeah.
And then you're dealing with a British yard. That's your British yard.
True.
Yeah, that's true. Your British yarns are like
200 yards.
yards
to 50
and grams.
Mhm.
They're
Or 137
mixing it.
yards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
50 grand.
But in general, I feel like almost all, I shouldn't say almost all, but I feel like many yarn companies, it's either meters to grams or yards to grams. But there
Right.
are a few that only measure their
ounces.
in ounces. But this is where I feel like it's baking, right? I'm like,
Yeah.
in baking, I strongly prefer to use grams
Me
because it's a
too.
more
I love
accurate
it.
measurement. But I'm always sitting there asking, like, my, phone. It's like, how many? I'm like, I know a cup is 4 ounces. Or a cup is 8 ounces. Sorry. No, I'm thinking in terms of, like, flour. So I'm always like, how many grams of AP flour in 1 cup? And it's a range from 123 to 140.
Wow.
Depending on brand.
The
flour and stuff. So
humidity.
I have to write it down and just pick it. And humidity. Well, the humidity tends not to affect it quite. Anyway, it's a mess. Like King Arthur says it's 124 grams, and like another place says it's 130 grams, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, just give me a number.
But it could be the difference in their flour, like
Yeah, I think it is
winter wheat versus
Yeah,
whatever.
winter wheat, summer wheat.
Yeah.
I let Beth handle all this stuff.
Yeah.
She's your baking expert.
I did tell Beth to get a scale.
She has a scale. She appropriated my yarn scale.
That girl.
That works.
I was like, if you're baking, use a scale.
Yeah, so I had to get a new yarn scale because it was sticky.
Use a kitchen scale for measure your yarn. You can always check.
Yep.
Yes.
My yarn scale became a kitchen scale basically, and then I got one of those teeny little yarn scales.
Ooh, the
that
little
I love.
baby ones.
It's very fun.
Yeah, I got one
throw
that
it in my
measures
bag.
in it measures in grams. I think
tenths
it's
of a
like
gram or
tenths
something.
of a gram.
That's what mine is now too. I love it.
Love that.
Yeah.
Fancy. Anyway, we digress again.
So that is me for whips. So what you want to talk about your
Me
whips?
for whips. So
You were
Up
transitioning to this, right?
up until 20 minutes ago, I still had not fully picked my throwback colors.
That's right.
I knew that I wanted this lucky tweed, which is moss for the mane.
Mm-hmm.
I had
The body.
Yes, for the
Okay.
main body color.
Mm-hmm.
I had this fog lucky tweed
I
left
like
over,
those together.
which I really love these together.
They're nice and it's nice
And
and subtle.
then I finally decided on these two, which I know it's not out of my color comfort zone.
That's okay.
That's okay. It doesn't have to.
But
be.
I'm gonna wear it.
Exactly. That's important.
Yeah.
That's like my whole concern about this. Like, am I going to wear it? Yeah.
Yes.
You want to make something you're going to wear.
So I have and I will say the cream is out of my comfort zone. I'm not a cream or white
Kind of a chevron, right?
But I
girl.
think-
But it's like a good chevron, like these 3 colors in the chevron.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good
This
contrast.
in the main.
It's going to be nice.
I think I'll wear the bejesus out of it.
Mhm.
So I did that. I still have yet to swatch, but I've worked in Lucky Tweed many times and still
Yeah.
have swatches left over.
Yeah.
But I will also swatch, and I will do my swatch large for everyone to see.
Yeah, I actually am going to swatch because the throwback is knit at a tighter gauge than this,
Than the
which
Felix.
is, though actually if I have my notes from my Magnolia cardigan that I
you could do
made,
that.
which I think that's probably
Closer.
the right gauge. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I may not swatch.
But
I would only not swatch if I've already. I probably will swatch.
do as we say, not as we do.
Well, I pretty much always swatch. I mean, I don't
Yeah, I always
swatch
swatch.
for socks, but I measure where I am after I get started and see how I'm doing.
And sometimes, like, depending on which needle I'm using, whether I'm using wood needles or metal needles,
Yes,
or
absolutely.
the
That
carbons needles, like that
can
will affect it.
Yeah,
And some yarns
yeah.
don't play well with, some materials. So for me,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
my other whip is I finally blocked some of the short row heels, and I think I have just like one more afterthought heel that I need to do, and then I need to make a decision whether I'm going to do toe up flap heels, and if so, do I need another color to do that in? And maybe, I don't know, there's only like 3 that I found. They're all variations of this, so I don't know, I might skip it for now. Anyway, I have Fish Lips Kiss.
Kathleen's ochre left over from her.
Oh,
Yeah,
I could.
you could.
Oh, maybe I could.
Mhm.
So I have the Fish Lips Kiss. I haven't put the little labels on it, but it's now blocked, all nice and fancy.
Mm-hmm.
The Banded Expanded heel, which
Banded
I like.
expanded.
Banded
I like
Expanded.
that.
It's kind of like a mix between Sweet Tomato and Boomerang Rose and Fish Lips Kiss, like a bit of a mix between
Mash up
all
of
of
those.
these, and I think it'll fit nicely. It
Yeah.
is most definitely not an afterthought one. You could do Fish Lips Kiss afterthought.
Yeah.
This one is the Boomerang heel over 60%, which is my little note. I just can't lose my little notes. This guy, I think fits the best. I think Afterthought and short row heels over 60%. Way to go.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the sweet tomato heel, which looks a lot better blocked.
Oh, yeah.
Before it was it looks like a much more reasonable heel shape, and before it was very like diagonal. So that looks better blocked. And was this the Afterthought wedge heel? Oh, I think it's in here. Here we go. Here are my not flexi flips.
Flip sticks.
Flip sticks,
I know,
which I agree.
Backwards.
Love the flip sticks. So this one I haven't blocked. I just finished it. This is the Turkish thumb joint Afterthought heel, which is very nice. Fits really well. It is essentially the reason it's called a thumb joint heel is that you work plain for the length of the wearer's thumb, and then you do essentially hat decreases.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it's a star heel. So it's like
interesting.
Turkish thumb joint heel, easily replaceable too.
I wonder if there's a relationship between the length of your thumb joint and the depth of your heel.
Let me see. Our thumb joint. I have short little fingers. Yeah, our thumb, like hers is a solid quarter-inch longer than mine.
Mine too. Look at
Yeah,
that.
I have short, fat fingers. They're like, you take a normal hand and you smush it.
My fingers are much.
I know. Look at
To
me.
go
Right, ready?
To go with like
Yeah.
my hand, my arms,
Your
are
arm
much
length and
longer.
everything.
Yeah.
Like pianist fingers.
You do have pianist fingers. I could never, when I was playing piano, I couldn't reach an octave.
Can't reach an octave.
No. I was like 2 keys short of an octave.
Wow.
And that's like stretching my fingers. That's like
I have
short,
trouble with
fat
twelfths.
fingers. I have short, fat toes too. Look like little sausages. Telling you. And this was like at my skinniest. Like now I have short, fat fingers, right? Because like heavier. But like even when I was at my skinniest, short, fat fingers.
Well,
The smallest my ring finger has ever been is a size 9.
I'm fine.
And that was when
I'm
I
a
was in
7.
high school. Now to 12. Actually,
Yeah.
this is a 9. And then this one's a size 12. As is this. As is this. As is that. Sucks for rings. So yeah. So that
You just
is.
need more diamonds.
I know. I just need. I need custom rings. Which is true. It's what I end up getting is custom rings. It's terrible. So the last one I have is a star heel with a Kitchener finish. And then I got to figure out how to display them. And then, what do you guys think? Video series and written series? Is Amanda
Don't
going
look
to
at
kill me
me.
with a video series? I'm
Don't
looking
look
at
at
her
me.
because
I'm
she'd have to
ignoring
edit them. What if I did it all in like one take?
Yeah, go for it.
It's not going to happen.
or do like maybe like 5 or 6 at a time or something.
Yeah.
Like do a
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
a run and then.
Yeah, I did say that, like
Yeah.
sections, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like
that makes
the
sense.
afterthought star heels, the afterthought wedge heels.
It'll be fine.
The weirdo
And
one.
I will help you if you want to, like, if you want me to, like, do a format, you can plug stuff in for a written version or something.
Yeah,
or,
that might
we can
help.
collaborate on that. I don't know.
Yeah, that might be good.
Because I do think, like, I am not a person that likes to watch videos while I'm doing things.
Me
I would
either.
rather, I might watch a video as, like, background on something, but then as I'm doing, I'd rather refer to something written. That's, like, my check against what I'm doing.
The number of times in researching this where it was like, here's a tutorial video, and I was like, oh,
But
tell me how to do it.
The videos
Yeah.
are much easier to make than the writing and the taking pictures
Yeah,
and the editing
yeah.
them in. That's why people do it.
Yeah, that's true.
Very true.
Print is hard.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Print for me is easier.
Good, do it.
I will help.
Okay, good.
I will help.
All right.
So,
Yeah.
Cool.
Amanda.
let's hear about
Alright.
your works in progress.
Well, I'll start with my sockies because I've been working on them. I
Yay.
told you I made a promise.
Cute bag.
I know.
I love
Has
that one.
glitter.
There's glitter on the bottom. Yeah, this is my Pea Pods
Love it.
little little bag, which I love. It's perfect sock size. But I made progress on my Kamilla socks.
Ooh. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty.
They're so pretty, right?
They're
Wow,
so
beautiful.
pretty.
Oh my goodness.
So here, I feel like I should get up.
You should show that up close.
My sweater, my skirts sticking to my boot. There we go.
That's so pretty.
Yay. So this is the Kamilla sock by JennyPenny. And this is one pattern repeat, right? And so basically, you just do this 3 times and then make a toe. And that's how to do this sock.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm a third of the way through.
Wow.
So wait, no heel?
It's afterthought.
Oh! Do you want to look through you should look through the afterthoughts.
I will look through it. Yeah, definitely.
That's so pretty.
Yeah, so since it's color work and you don't want to like interrupt your color work and do something different.
True.
This is just knit as a tube all the way down, and then you literally cut in and do your. It's a true afterthought heel.
Which I really like. I love the I like the snip
Yeah.
unravel. It's very satisfying.
So I think
I'm
I
more
mentioned
about the planned afterthought or the forethought, I guess, as we say.
Yeah,
It would be this one.
yeah. That would probably. I don't know if that would work as well. Maybe it
Is that
would.
West Yorkshire's?
It is West Yorkshire's.
Yeah.
one. Yeah. It's there because they have such good solid colors for
Yeah,
this kind of.
definitely.
Yes. Ta-da-da. But they have great solid
That's
colors.
familiar.
Perfect contrast.
They really do. They have great contrast.
So, last time I think I'd only got done like 4 rows of the color work.
Yeah.
But this is what if you're playing Yarnia sock bingo, like so many people are, it's the thing to do. If you haven't started yet, you can download your sock bingo card. I'll put a link below. But this is
That one checks off a
this
ton
one
of boxes.
is the box checker.
It's a magical one.
Yes, because we have a picot edge. We have lace. There are 8 rows of lace at the beginning.
Wow.
Solid color yarn, fingering weight, on a 9-inch circ. Color work. Yep. Afterthought heel.
So many things. Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
Anything else?
Crazy. There probably is at least one other, but who knows?
Maybe so.
Are there toe options?
Oh, what kind of toe? Yeah.
Oh,
what kind
top
of toe?
down, cuff down.
Cuff down.
Cuff
Yep.
down.
Yep.
So that's
8.
at least 8 boxes.
Yep.
Anything else?
Yeah. I said fingering weight, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I did that.
I counted
Okay.
that. 8.
Yeah. Plus the free space. No.
9.
But as you will know, if you're playing sock bingo, you can't get a bingo just with 1 sock.
No,
so
you
you still
can't.
do have to do your
No.
5 socks. But
I've already done 4.
yeah, exactly. So in the process, I mean, this
So.
just it can help you check off a lot of boxes. You do have to make at least 5 socks, but
Yes.
but a lot of people are want to do the whole board. So
Yeah.
this is something like this is a great way to help you
Check
fill
them
out a lot
off.
of those squares if you want to do the whole board.
Yeah, that's my strategy. Is I want to check off a lot of squares. I will say this is taking a lot more mental effort than I really have time available right now. I got most of the way done. My daughter, 16-year-old, was accepted to the Manhattan School of Music pre-college.
Nice.
Congratulations!
So I had to teach her how to get to the Upper West Side
Oh.
on Saturday morning. So I took the bus with her. We left at like 7:40 in the morning.
Wow.
We took the bus, went to the Upper West Side. I was like, "You see where you are?" She's like, "Yeah, I know where I am now." I'm like, "Great, bye." Turned around, got on the subway, went back down to Port Authority, got on the bus, and came back home. 3-hour round trip. This was perfect.
That
for
was a lot of
right? This was perfect because I had time by myself. I could focus on the chart. I will also say, and I'm not going to show the chart, but the squares on the chart, if you just print it out, are 1 millimeter by 1 millimeter. I have
That
good
is
eyesight,
tiny. That is really
and
tiny.
it was really challenging for me, like to stay on track of which row I'm on.
Oh yeah, blow it up, right? Blow up
yes,
the chart.
yeah.
Unless
I
you're,
took a screenshot of a quarter of the chart, right, which is just 1 repeat. So they had 2 repeats of the pattern, or maybe even all 3 were charted out, which you don't
That's
need
kinda
to
silly,
do that because it's just
It's
the
the
same
same
thing.
thing.
repeated. And it's the same thing twice around. So I just took 1 panel,
A motif.
yes, blew it up to the full size, and then
Much easier to work
yeah, and then that's
Make
what
it easier on
that's
yourself.
what I took.
Definitely.
Yes, because
Always make it easier. Charts, I mean, patterns are written both for ease of making it, but also for like fitting it on a piece of paper.
yeah.
So adapt it. So, if you don't care that a pattern is 12 pages, I mean, how many times have we had people be like, What's a 20-page pattern? And it's like, yeah, but like each step is on a different page.
Yeah.
You know, so like,
or there are a lot of pictures or whatever.
There are a lot of
you know.
pictures. And you could compress that 20-page pattern into 4 pages, but then you're gonna be like, you're gonna go blind.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like back in the day when we had to pay for like paper patterns. You went to the yarn store and got your paper patterns.
Yep.
And you had one.
Yeah.
And you know, maybe you go to the library and make a photocopy of it.
Right. Then you'd worry about conserving space on the page because
Yes.
Yeah.
Printing costs money.
right. PDFs do not cost money.
No.
So now you can have a 20 or 40 page pattern.
Exactly.
And just
It's a lot
print out
easier.
the pages that you need. So
Right. Well,
that's
like the
fun.
Helen Stewart patterns, exactly. Like
Yeah.
she you know does 3 sizes for her socks, and each one of them is its own pattern, which I think is really nice as you're working through it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But yeah, the first time I did one, I didn't realize that, and I just like I sent the whole thing to print, and I was like, oh, okay, I only needed a third of this.
I could
Rats.
just print pages
Yeah.
2 through 4.
Yeah, and there was even a little guide in the front. I didn't really look at the PDF on the screen at all. I just
Had
sent
it.
it to print. Exactly.
It's funny because in some ways we're kind of back to where it was in like the 50s and 60s, where it's like you had so many inches to fit in like a magazine or something like that. So a lot of the patterns, the vintage patterns, are super shortcutting.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Where they
right.
just assume
One
you know
long
what
run
you're
on
doing.
sentence. Well, some of those Christmas stocking patterns.
Oh my god,
are,
crazy.
and also it's like 5-point type.
5-point type.
Yeah.
So it's like in order to do anything from those patterns, you would have to rewrite it.
Yeah.
And like sometimes you have to do that. It just
Yeah.
depends on how things are laid out.
Well, actually, I mean, for the Felix, I have my own version of. I kind of typed out in a way that works for me how you do the eyelets, because I hate reading words while I'm knitting.
Oh,
I
yeah,
really
me
do.
too.
I kind of get everything either in a chart form or as close to chart form as possible, because then at
Not
a glance,
millimeter squares, right?
yeah, at a glance, I know what I'm doing, and it's like I kind of. It's not a hard pattern. I'm not saying that it's a hard pattern at all. It's just the whole thing about make it easy on yourself. Like make it work for you.
Yeah.
So
If you know a
Yeah.
way that you're going to do it, unlike that makes sense for you, like take notes, do a shortcut, have a knitting
Yeah.
notebook.
yeah, exactly. And
And, like,
actually,
write it
you know,
in there.
another person who's her patterns I think have a really sort of unique format that's super useful is Jen Weissman.
Oh, I
who's
love
our
her
neighbor
formatting.
in Glen Ridge, Shady Stroll on
Yeah.
Ravelry and Instagram and everything, and she's got a really lovely. I think our minds must work in similar ways,
Yeah.
because she does, you know, it's basically. It's a table with columns, and she just really steps you through what is unique about each row in a really useful way. So
It's very
if you
easy to
haven't-
see where you are.
It really is. If you
And what to
haven't
do
ever
next.
done, you know, one of her patterns and
Highly recommend
and
it.
you like that sort of format, definitely check her. I mean, check her things out anyway, but know
Yeah,
that
she's-
is like a super advantage of.
She's got a beautiful sweater pattern that just came out.
Oh,
It's
yeah, I saw that one.
gorgeous.
With the like scales.
Yes, I saw that.
love
That's really
it.
pretty.
Love it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She's
Speaking
so
about
talented.
unique in each row,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been
Yes.
working on my mom's sweater too. So, and it doesn't look like I got very far, but
I love the way
I
that
made
your
progress.
own together. It's so pretty.
yeah, the what you were saying, like, did you finish anything? No, but I finished sections of things.
Right.
There you
Right.
go.
I finished sections of things. So I finished that first section of my sock. On this one, I finished another section of the pattern. I got in all the short rows. So this one has bust
Yay.
shaping, short row bust
Nice.
shaping.
Wow. Mhm.
Love it.
So I did all the short rows on the right and left sides, which just give you a little bit extra room.
Yeah. It's like a
Nice.
dart.
Yeah,
Mhm.
here. So now there are several more rows on the front than there are on the back.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
It's a very tailored, like,
Extremely.
kind of like couture knitting.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is.
Pattern.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, it is. So this is the RippleJacket by Hinterm Stein. This is for my mother for Christmas. And so now that I finished the short rows, my next section is to get from the bust to the waist.
Mhm.
Okay.
And
And
so
then
I'm
there's some
pulling
waist
in the
shaping.
princess rows. And then
Excuse me.
there will be waist to the end. And the
Okay.
princess
You're gonna
rows
go out.
move out again.
Mm-hmm. Lot of attention.
But
That's
at
a lot of
least you
attention.
also have, like, the very clear delineation of the princess rows with the welts.
Right, yeah, but you have to
Right.
move them.
But you have to move them, which is...
You're paying attention.
But this is going to be the closest to mindless other than the sleeves.
The sleeves I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, the sleeves will be a nice rest.
I figure, I mean, worst comes to worst, I think I can do both sleeves between Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yeah. They're just regular sleeves?
They're just regular sleeves.
Oh.
And then there's like maybe some like gartery on the cuffs or something like that.
Yeah. You'll blow through that.
Yeah.
That won't be a problem.
So I just have to get through the body.
Yeah. You're getting there.
I am getting there.
Yeah.
I mean, this is
really
the thing,
cute
like
on.
little sections, but they make a big difference in the fit.
It looks so cute on. Maybe I'll pull out one of the dress forms here. Yeah, and just show you how it fits on because it's so nice. So nice. The tailoring is spectacular.
Yeah.
Almost, like I said, the Cocoa Knits has such a good fit. Like it fits a human body.
Yeah.
This one fits a human body. Which, sometimes the round yokes or the, raglans, super easy to execute.
Yep.
But
not a tailored fit.
Not a tailored fit.
No,
You're
they're an
looking for that nice tailored
oversized,
fit.
lots of ease fit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a little bit more tailored. This is
That's more tailored.
Mhm.
yeah, this is a, what do you call it?
Set-in sleeve, contiguous.
Yeah,
Contiguous.
contiguous.
Yeah.
I think this one ends up being contiguous as well.
That
No.
is very definitely...
It's not contiguous.
This is very definitely contiguous. This is a short row set-in sleeve from the top down.
This was different. This you actually, knit this piece and then there's some things
and
going on.
The sleeve cap is shaped with decreases?
No. This is a whole different, it's almost like a Cocoa Knits method where you do this part and then this part and then this part and then this part. And
There's a lot of picking up.
there's a lot of picking up and knitting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it creates a great shape and you don't have to seam anything.
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Setting in sleeves is a pain in the neck.
Yes.
I don't like doing it.
Yeah.
The crop sweater for winter has short row sleeve cap, where you pick up the stitches around the set-in sleeve shaping, and then you work short rows and you work the sleeve downward. That's my favorite way to do set-in sleeves.
And then it doesn't
what I
have
did
like
with
a
the
lot
Devonshire
of bulk
that I wore
here.
last time. Yeah.
It fits. It's a lot closer fit.
Yeah, it is. I like
Set-in
it.
sleeves fit more closely to the body and with less ease, and therefore also have a little bit less room for error in terms of sizing and gauge and shaping and whatnot. And while they tend to be more common in sewing, I think in knitwear they fit beautifully.
Yeah.
Or can fit beautifully. What I don't love is a drop shoulder. Just
I
because
like it in some patterns.
I love the way it looks when you have a skinny mini wearing it, and then when you have me who has a rack, it does not look good.
It can be a hard style to
But
wear.
then because in order to get the chest around the chest, with proper ease, the sleeve ends up coming here, and you get a weird horizontal line on me. I think it looks great on other people, and it bothers me, but it doesn't mean that it should bother you.
Yeah, I think it looks good. When
Easy
you
to
have,
execute, though.
Yeah, when you have the almost like a boxy, right? And
Yeah.
then, but then you have a fitted sleeve. Right?
Yes.
So you need one to balance out the volume of the other.
And that's where I like that look as well. But for me, is that... Sorry, Kathleen, I'm going to go this way. For me, the fitted sleeve would start here.
Yeah.
So it looks really
Well, that's
not
what
dolman-like,
the tenya is too. It's because I am going to make a long sleeve tenya. I have yarn for that. But I'm actually going to make it a size smaller than the last one I made. I'm going to make it more close fitting, which will bring that line up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's all about the fitting and personal preference.
Yeah, exactly. It's about what's going to work for you.
Yeah. What else?
Do
you got?
not let me walk out of the store today because I need to get more of the cotton cashmere. I have plenty of the rustic silk. I have another whole skein. But I have this much more cotton cashmere on this one, and then 150-gram ball.
You're gonna need more.
But I think I need more, and I think I should get it sooner than later.
Yeah.
In case we have happy customers at the birthday sale. I don't mind if you get it. I'll be happy to order some more, but I would rather you not take my dye lot.
Yeah, exactly. Get that dye lot.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Got any other whips?
I have only one more thing.
Ooh.
I have been working on my Pokemon. So both of those take a lot of brain work, right? And I have to have a break for what things like conference call knitting or a lot of times when I go to bed at night, I like to knit, but like I can't
You
mentally
need- yeah.
handle it.
You
I
don't
can't
want to be
mentally
doing.
handle it
Yeah, that's
anymore.
why I was doing this at
Too
1
much
a.m.
thinky
It's like,
thinky.
So what I did this week is I finished all the new colors. All the
wow,
squares.
nice,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, all 5 of those.
cool.
Those are all
Ready.
I finished all my mitered squares, and I've started on the first stripe of my crochet.
Yes.
So that's
I love
moving
this one.
along.
Yeah,
So,
well, that's
yay.
pretty.
We still have
I know. I like
some more from this month in the store.
Mhm.
I caught it.
Yeah, but this is what they all look like knit up.
And
I
what's,
love
what's
this
this
one.
collection called again?
This is Pewter City.
Right.
So that's the first city you go to. It has Brock's Gem. So my 5-year-old said to me, "Why is Sandshrew in Brock's Gem? Brock is a rock type and Sandshrew is a ground type." And I was like, "Seriously?" He's like, "No, Brock doesn't have a Sandshrew." I'm like, "Does he have a Sand?" So then we had to go watch the anime and all sorts of stuff. I don't know. I don't know why Sandshrew is in the Brock.
Maybe Sandshrew didn't fit in anywhere specifically, and color-wise, Sandshrew fits in.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Adds a little pop.
And
to it.
also
could be.
Diglett, he was like emphatic that you do not see Diglett at Brock's Gem. He's in Diglett's cave. And I'm like, okay, Eric, we're knitting a blanket. So there you go.
Stop being so literal. Words that I have said to both of my boys every day.
Yeah, no, he's very little intense 7-year-old.
It's like,
He knows every Pokemon, all their types, their
Do you have-
movesets.
do you have the ultimate Pokemon guide? That
Of
book?
course, we have
Yeah.
the ultimate Pokemon.
We had to get a
card.
second copy because the first one fell apart.
The first one's close to falling apart. But,
Yeah.
but anyway, yeah, so the colors are... What? This is Diglett. Diglett. This is Sandshrew, who I love Sandshrew.
I love Sandshrew.
It's quite a cute Pokemon.
Yes.
And so anyway, I like this color in this selection. We have
Yeah, it does give it
Geodude.
that little pop.
Yeah. We have Geodude,
I like Geodude.
which looks similar to... Is this Onyx? Yeah.
Yeah.
To Onyx, except Onyx is more, I'd say, bluey gray, and Geodude is a warmer gray.
Which makes sense when you look at the Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Rhydon. I love Rhydon.
I like the Rhydon one.
That's, they have the Rhydon riding. Rhyhorn and Rhydon riding, right?
Yeah.
In the little, in Alola region or something like that. That's part of the anime. But, yay! So that's what we watched. That's what we watched. This is what I worked on while Eric and I were watching Pokemon. While we watched the anime, and he proved to me that Brock didn't have the Sandshrew because they met the Sandshrew with another trainer's gem, who was like a super trainer. I'll link to that episode before if you want to watch the Sandshrew episode.
Cool. I have a question. Do you have an 11 o'clock call today?
Probably.
So, because I'm just looking and it's very close to 11.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. I'll blow them off.
So-
Oh, your other Pokemon blanket?
Oh yeah, no, I'm working on the other Pokemon blanket. I'll show you next week all the, because I'm mid-row on this one. So I've
So
just
pretty.
got,
Looks great.
this is Onyx. So I'm adding Onyx on top of that. But this one, yeah, this one's coming along. I don't have all the colors in on that. So those will come up here.
Nice.
That's really pretty. I like
Looking
that. That's
good.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So that'll
Love
be 60 colors. Can you imagine?
That's a lot. So
This is gonna be
60
so
colors is, this is about an inch per color.
Yeah.
So
So
60 inches. 5 foot
Perfect.
blanket.
A
Perfect.
5-foot blanket.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
And how wide is it?
About 5 feet, right?
Yeah.
So it's gonna like be a square.
Oh, this is going to be such a great blanket.
It's gonna be a
Yeah.
great blanket.
Cozy.
Love it. Really fun.
Love it.
What size hook are you using? Because you're
Uh,
doing DK, right?
Yeah, I am doing DK. But you could do this actually. You might be able to do something very similar, double fingering.
I've even seen people do it just with fingering. I mean,
Yeah.
it'd be a really lightweight
But that would
blanket,
take
but-
twice as long.
Yeah.
That's one reason I got the DK.
That's true.
But yeah, I'm using a G hook.
Mhm.
Okay. Cool.
Very nice.
Nice. Do we have any other whips?
That's it.
Okay,
I have other whips, yes, but
I know, right.
those
Yeah,
are the ones
no, I
that
didn't.
I
This
think
is
we've
what we
made
have
progress on.
here.
This is what.
That's what I made
active.
progress on that was worth talking about.
Active.
So we should go to what we have new in store.
Yep. Though
Oh, we
actually,
have new things,
yeah, we do have new things, and we can talk about our last episode winner
Oh yes, our last episode winner. Oh my goodness.
and
Where
what
are
we're,
we?
and what we're
This is
going to do
our-
this time too.
So what are we going to do this time?
So this time we are going to do.
This is our giveaway.
Hold on. Yay,
So let's talk
change.
giveaway.
Yeah. So congratulations to Angie Montanaro, who won our drawing last time for commenting. She's on Team Magic Loop like me.
Yay, congratulations.
Congratulations,
Yay.
Angie, and she lives not too far from here. She was visiting somebody locally and stopped in recently, so yeah, I got to see her recently. And congratulations, and I'm sure we have your address, and I will get that out to you, Angie. So
Yay, Angie.
thanks for commenting. And I was actually, being the captain of Team Magic Loop, I was particularly happy to see how many people. I just conservative estimate, I'd say a good 2/3 of the people
Yeah.
were on Team Magic Loop.
I was surprised how many people were on 9-inch Sarks.
I think it's the new
Well
hot
done.
thing. It's the new hot thing,
Yeah, it's the new hot
definitely.
thing.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
If you
It
can
hurts
do
my
it, if
hands.
you can do it, yeah. I
Hurts my
can't.
hands.
I can't. Haley loves it.
Love a DPN.
Yeah,
Me
we
too.
got our
Love a
two
DPN.
GPN.
Although I do like Magic Loop for 2 at a time.
I never like Magic Loop because I always have to unwind what's on my left hand, and then pick it up again because I knit continental, and it's just like this extra motion is not necessary.
The main reason I like it is for 2 at a time, then I actually finish 2 socks.
Oh, I never.
I am willing to 2 socks definitely trumps the having to flip it out. But I also don't tension my hand I don't tension my yarn around my left hand. I don't tension my yarn at all.
Oh well, that explains so much.
Yeah, doesn't it?
And
That's why
I
I'm a
I
setter.
do tension, and I'm still loose. So.
Oh,
Yeah, she's a loose woman.
As we
the
talked about
podcast.
last time,
So,
exactly.
podcast. So what's this week's giveaway?
So our giveaway this time is
this is so nice, you
a
guys.
ruler roll.
This is so nice.
So
Love it.
we love this. This is from a company called I Love Handles, and they make those great
The wrist
rulers,
rollers.
wrist ruler bracelets,
I
which
wear
we
mine
which
all
we
the
carry.
time.
Yeah.
I wear mine often. Yeah, I really do. But this is so cool. This little piece has that ruler on your strap that holds your roll that you can use for
Tools.
GPNs,
Circs.
circulars, interchangeables, whatever you like.
Yeah.
It's got little pockets at the bottom, all of that in here.
Or crochet
Rulers,
hooks.
stitch
Yeah,
markers,
crochet hooks,
crochet
for sure.
hooks.
So, and this is wax canvas,
Oh,
really
so it's
super
gonna hold up
durable.
nice.
It rolls up so nicely, into a really and
Oh,
obviously
I
it's
love
going to be a little bit bigger when it's filled, but it's still a pretty compact thing that you could throw in
Yeah.
any bag if you're going away for the weekend or whatever. And
And you have a built-in
Because-
ruler.
you got a built-in ruler with you all the time, and then also it's got multiple holes. So no matter how big this is,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
got a
so-
good closing
So you
point.
can really pack it all.
It's really well designed. It really
it.
is, and
Everything
it
from
looks
them is
cool.
well designed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they have such good aesthetic.
So if you were to buy one from us, and we do have them, if you're interested, and you don't win or you want one right away, you can order it on our website. It's called the Ruler Roll, and it's Crossover Industries / I Love Handles, which
Right,
I think
yeah.
is a really funny name.
I think it's so funny.
I
I think
love
they
it.
started just by selling leather handles,
Handles,
and
yeah.
then
Yeah.
the wrist rulers came along.
Yeah,
and
came after
they
that.
they
So
went gangbusters.
So what do we want? What I was thinking is we could have people tell us what is their fall cast on that they're planning to do.
Oh,
what
that's
are
a
you,
good one.
What are you thinking about for your fall cast on? So
Yes.
Let me live vicariously through you.
yeah,
Yes.
let's hear all those great pattern ideas. We'd love to hear about some designers we don't know about yet. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of times. We have people that we've been making their items for a long time, and
Yep.
we always see when those patterns come out. But
Yep.
we love knowing about new people.
I love seeing the new designers, and it's like every time I go to, Ravelry, because I am one of the people who can use it, it doesn't trigger headaches for me.
Mhm.
But sometimes it's like you see the same people in the hot right now pattern, so I love new
Yeah,
stuff.
So let us know, and actually maybe we can even do if the designer you mention is not someone we've talked about before, you get an extra entry.
Woo!
That could be
Ooh,
complicated,
fancy.
but I'll do a little spreadsheet.
That might be complicated.
But I still think it's worth it.
Yeah.
I think it's worth it.
Do it.
So just to encourage people to let us know about people we don't know about yet.
Yeah,
We would
new
really
and
appreciate
exciting.
that. All right. So other things new and exciting. We've got, it is fall,
Speaking
which means
of-
lots of new yarns. Stacia and I have been here, like, shifting things around. Em and I were here on Thursday.
There's some
moving
things
some
I'm super
around.
excited about.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yay.
Yeah.
So the first one that we're going to go into is from Ancient Arts Yarn, and it is Lascaux worsted. And you guys, you
It
can't-
is
you
so
can't
gorgeous.
feel it through the screen, but we can feel it, and it is
So nice and squishy.
beautiful.
Oh my God. And I
mentioned
love
this,
the palette. Love the palette.
right?
So beautiful.
I mentioned this in the newsletter this past week. So if you got the newsletter, you saw.
This
These
is
I
the
love.
one. I'm going to steal this one, okay?
Yeah,
Because
go for
I'm
it. I was
probably
gonna
going
say
to
that's a
make
Kathleen
something.
color.
I'm proud. But look how beautiful even these look together,
Yeah.
right? Ah.
So they're dyed on a gray base because the wool is breed specific. It's 25% Manx Logaton.
Mm-hmm.
Am I doing that right? I don't know. We'll say short.
It's probably Loten. I would
Loten,
guess.
Manx Loten. That's probably right. And then 75% Punta Arenas wool. So the Manx sheep is like an old school breed of sheep. It's very much, it's been around for a very, very long time, like the breed of sheep. And the Punta Arenas is a relatively modern breed. So it is kind of like mixing that old world and new world. This is not superwash. So if you are doing the throwback, swatch it. But I bet this could work. If you want to steek, it's 220 yards to 200 meters. 220 yards for 100 grams. So it's a true worsted weight.
Mm-hmm.
And it's beautiful. And I
Yeah.
love it so much.
Yeah,
And
it's
I just want to
gorgeous.
squish it.
Yeah, well,
Just switch
that's
it.
the thing. Like when you're, the merino super white base is great for all
Clear,
the colors,
bright colors. Yeah.
Color pops.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But I love the way when you have a, colored wool, all the colors blend together like watercolors.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Like
They
they
just
do.
and they have a depth to them.
Yeah.
And they all kind of
Yeah.
automatically have that.
It's this heathery,
Yeah.
but not heathery.
Yeah,
but,
it's true.
Beautiful.
It almost looks like a heather, but then you look closer and it's not. But it still has a
It's
lot of
just-
dimension.
yeah,
The
that
colors are
grain.
very kind of
I
dimensional.
love this one.
I like all
My
three.
favorite,
all three
my
of those,
favorite shirt in college that I can't believe I got rid of. I mean, it was like totally new romantic. It was. I'm sure I wore it to see Duran Duran. But it was this color, and I loved
That is
it.
such a you
It is
color.
such a me color. Yeah, there's probably a picture of me somewhere in that shirt, but I'm sure it's not digital, so I don't know if I can put my hands on it. But anyway, I'm gonna have to figure out what I want to make out of this
Yeah.
because I love it so much.
It's really
Making something out of this one. I already have the yarn.
yeah.
Ooh,
You
it's
did.
lovely. I might need to that blue or that
Yeah.
blue or
Yeah.
I don't know. I love them all.
I just don't have this color in my wardrobe.
And that's a good one for
That's a
you.
good
That's
one
gonna be
for you.
beautiful
That's a
on
good
you.
color.
Very nice.
I have a lot of dresses, like work dresses in this
Mhm,
color, but
mhm.
not
Sweater
Not a
sweaters.
sweater, not something you've made.
And I'll say, even though this is not a superwash yarn, it is super buttery. It is super soft. It is
Mhm.
100%
Very
next
nicely
to
milled.
skin.
Yeah.
It's lovely. It'll wear beautifully. It's a lovely spin. Like this is one that you gotta come in and
Mhm,
feel because
mhm.
it's just delightful.
right.
So this is the Lascaux worsted from Ancient Arts Yarn.
And they
Our friends in
are-
Canada,
Yep.
Yep. And
They are
sometimes
27 a skein.
27 a skein.
yeah, this is one that I would say, like, we have a lot of different kinds of yarn, right?
Yeah.
Like, some are commercially spun in huge mills and all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah. Others are more small batch, like I talked about Northlight going to their
Yeah.
mill, which is,
Yep.
small, but they spend a lot of time on every skein.
Mhm.
And I feel like this one's a really special one,
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Yeah, it really is.
Some more.
I would not knit for my 7-year-old boy.
No.
This
I love
you're
you,
gonna make
but-
like an heirloom kind of item. Yeah. You're
Although
gonna
you
make
could do
something that-
mittens.
True.
I mean,
Or a hat.
but it's literally going to drop in the puddle.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So,
They are going to drop in a
No
puddle.
worries
They
about
always
that.
drop it in a puddle.
Yes.
Even my
particularly in
my
Caroline,
husband.
right?
Oh my god, those freaking mittens disappeared. Although those were Germantown, perfect wool for that kind of thing because they're
Yes.
washed up, gorgeous, and
Mhm.
it's hard wearing and all of that stuff. Yeah, no mittens for me.
Yes.
Mittens
Mhm,
for me.
mhm.
That's perfect.
Yeah, right. I would do that.
All right, and then we've got another one over here that's
Yeah.
another new yarn that is already out. So if you are local and you come in, you'll see these things already out on the shelves.
Both of these are already out and about.
So this one is La Pampa. So we have had folks coming in asking if we have organic yarn.
Yes.
And so this one is. And also, if you're like, it's sweater weather and I want a sweater fast, this is a good option.
Yeah, it's a bulky.
Because it's a bulky weight organic yarn. So,
Beautiful. Grace.
humanely raised in Argentina, the sheep are. Organic merino, 100%.
Nice. This would also, I mean,
This would be nice for a throwback.
This would be nice for a throwback. It might be a little heavy for a throwback depending on your gauge.
True.
Right.
But you know what? A car bath out of this would be beautiful.
I actually sold a whole bag of it to somebody yesterday for a car bath.
Yeah.
Nice.
I did. It wasn't
It's
even,
gorgeous.
she came in asking, one of the things actually we're going to be moving out, if you do get to the birthday sale, is Cascade Eco Wool and Eco Plus. We've had it for a long time, but, you know, even now that we've got a lot more space, we still have to make some decisions.
Everything.
We can't keep
We can't
everything.
keep everything.
I feel like we can't keep everything. This is now our non-superwash bulky. That, you know, is going to fill that niche for people. And
And I think
somebody
that's gotta-
right away bought yarn for a car bath yesterday. But also, if you love Eco Wool and Eco Plus, it's going to be in the birthday sale. So get it while you can.
Good opportunity to get it. That's
Yeah.
Get it while you can.
This, I think, also is more like sometimes like some of the more rustic wools like aren't necessarily. Some people who are very sensitive could feel like it's not next to skin soft. I have no problem. I have a car bath out of my Eco Wool. And I love it and I wear it a ton.
I feel like that softens though too. I think I've
It
worn
does.
mine, you know,
But,
with
like,
maybe just a cami or something under it.
This
but-
is also pretty buttery.
yeah, this is nice.
Like,
this
this
doesn't
is
really
nice.
have any prickle.
Organic merino. It's like a nice, you know, multi-ply, squishy squish.
It has texture.
It has some texture and it looks a little bit more, it doesn't look as like, you know, mill spun as it could. Not that mill spun is a bad thing. It just depends on what you're making.
Yeah.
Plus also, I love these, like, these naturals.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
We've got to make some
Here's
kind of
another gray
sample
for you.
with this.
Oh! More grace.
Yep.
More grace. I hoard the grace. Yeah, and like the
Of course.
brown.
I love
gold.
these camels this season.
Yeah, that's a really nice one.
Gold, green.
It's gorgeous. So these are 100% organic wool. It is 131 yards for 100 grams. So it is a bulky, which means between
It's
a
true birth.
US 9 and 11-ish. But like, such a great colorway.
Yep.
So yeah, so come check it out. How much is this a
These
skein?
are 20 a skein.
These are 20 a skein.
Oh, that's a good price.
But also that's a good yardage for bulky.
Yeah.
Like sometimes
130.
some bulkies show up in like 50 gram skeins, and you're like, oh, great price. Oh,
I need
wait,
15 of
I
them.
need a lot more. This would make a great hat or
Oh, yeah.
cowl. Ooh, you could do it too. Yeah. Thinking. So many options.
know.
So these are just two of the new yarns that we have in. We have a couple others.
We'll talk about a few each time.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that's a
so-
good way to do it. We'll spread it out. We'll kind of keep track of what
Every
we've talked about.
podcast, we're going to have some more stuff. So keep watching.
Yeah, so
And I'm sure we'll
if you
have a
come in and
sample
you're like, I've
of
never
this.
seen that before. That could be true because we haven't talked about it
It
yet.
could be.
Yeah.
It could
yeah.
be. So yeah, fall is fun because we get all kinds of fun new shipments
stuff.
and fun new stuff and fun new
Yeah.
colors and things like that.
And lots of sweater knitting and all that.
Lots of sweater
I-
knitting and
I've got
accessory
to
knitting.
Cast off a sweater so I can cast on my sweater.
That's
Yeah.
what I did with my Felix. I finished the Devonshire and then I started the Felix like
Yeah, I've got
after I went home after the last
complicated
podcast.
sweaters though.
You do
You do a
definitely.
Felix in this. This would be lovely.
Yeah, what?
That would be really nice.
Yeah,
Isn't that
it'd be a denser Felix, Felix,
Ooh,
but it
maybe
would be really
I'll
nice.
do one in this
You should do a Felix in that.
or what? We'll figure it out. Let me finish
Or
my
one of
let me
the
finish the one
grays.
that's on the
Wear
needles.
Maybe
Yeah.
this gray.
Yeah, the medium gray.
Or I do like the dark gray. I need to move away from grays.
No, you don't.
No, I don't. No, I'm gonna
Although
wear
I will say, this is the more trendy color.
Yeah,
I
the
know, I
camel.
just can't wear camel. But like, I feel like those who
You can.
can should.
I feel like
You know, I bet I could wear this camel. No,
That's
that's
funny.
too
I was
close
going to say the other one.
The darker one.
I think that would be fine.
The darker one is, then it doesn't look like, skin.
Yeah, no,
Like
I know.
this is too close to my actual skin tone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No contrast.
Yeah.
I still love this.
That one's super
That's
nice.
so gorgeous. Yeah,
So
I
love
love
it.
the colors.
Love it.
All right, so
what
I
else
think
we
that
got?
is probably.
I think
that's
we're
probably
good.
it for this.
I think we're good. So thank you guys for watching. As always, remember to like and subscribe down below. Click the little alarm bell and you'll get notifications when we post new stuff, whether it's podcasts or tutorials or if I ever get my act together with the heels thing.
And also, we talk about the newsletter all the time. It's easy to subscribe to the newsletter. Go to our website, go all the way to the bottom of the homepage, and you can put your email address in right there. And you will start getting the newsletter.
Yes. And so you'll find out all about all kinds of new stuff, even before we talk about it on the podcast. And don't forget to follow us on all the various social media things. Instagram, Ravelry, Facebook. We're all Shop Yarnia.
Yay.
And
don't forget to keep going with Sock Bingo. We're doing prizes for that every month as well. Still, if you post either in our Ravelry group or on Instagram with the hashtag Yarnia Shop Bingo, we're doing drawings once a month from each of those places. More chances to win fun
that,
stuff.
Right?
No, exactly. Progress photos. It's all about the progress.
Progress photos. And don't forget to comment down below so you too can win a roller roll. We will see you next time.